Oh, look at my dog. Bailey, what you doing? Anyways, so he says, turn the car over again. Bailey. Hey everybody, my name is Felicia and I wanted to give you a life update because after my last video, something ridiculous happened. So I went to Waco to see my friend, so I drove all that way up there, all the way back. And then that night, I also went to my friend Crystal's karaoke party for her birthday. And so I drove to another place in Austin, and then at midnight I came back home. And I was getting ready to take over for my mom for church. So I'm up early, I'm like a little nervous because my mom does a lot at the church. That's gonna be another video, by the way. And so I'm up early, I got all my stuff, I'm ready to go. I get in the car, I turn the car over, and my car stopped. It just didn't work. And I knew it wasn't the battery because the lights were on. So I called my mom, who I probably woke her up, honestly. But I call my mom, I tell her my car's not starting. She says, jiggle some cords or wires or something. And so I do that and it doesn't work. So I decide to call my mom's helper at the church. His name is Sean. And I say, hey Sean, I know you're at the church, but my car won't start. And he says, I'm coming. That means he has to drive like 20 minutes away because that's how far I live away from the church. So he comes and gets me. I do all the things at the church, not worrying, because I mean, what can I do? Then our friend Harold comes, drives me because he's like a mechanic, and he's like, turn the car over. So I do, which, you know, means turn the car on. I don't know why we don't say that. But anyways, so he says, turn the car over. So I do, and he says, ooh. So he says, turn the car over again, and I do, and he says, ooh, again. So apparently something that never breaks in cars is broken in mine. Something with the timing chain or something that makes the car run, basically. And he says it's a really expensive fix, and then he leaves. But I was able to go and buy another car, a new to me car. And so I'm gonna show you my new car. And I'm just really excited about it because I really do like it. Okay, let's go. Alrighty, let's go look at my car. Ta-da! Very excited for it. It's a 2015 Ford Escape Sports Edition. It's just really nice. And I haven't had a really nice car before. I haven't gotten to go into like a dealership or whatever. I didn't go to dealership, I went to CarMax. But yeah. So I just kind of want to give a little testimony about my car because probably some of you are like, oh, that's no big deal, like going and getting a new car. Or maybe some of you are like, oh, look at her, she can just go buy a new car and I'm having trouble even buying groceries. And so my testimony is that I came back in November. I had $300 to my name. I didn't grow up rich. I didn't grow up wealthy. I literally grew up under poverty line. And so I had to learn and teach myself how to manage money. And I've done good jobs and I've done bad jobs. And so when I got my job in January, I began saving money, honestly, for a trip. And so I would, just because it's just the way I work, I pull the money I want to save out. That way I don't even have to like think about it. I don't have to look at it. And so I had been pulling money out for a trip. And then also I had been saving money because I knew my registration was up for my old car in March. And so I was like, I need to save money in case that's expensive because my old car is a mess, obviously. And so when my car broke, I literally had $900 on hand cash, and then I had, you know, another $300 in the bank for my registration, and then I had, you know, just my mom's friend, because my mom wasn't here either, so she was in Indiana. So I had my mom's friend, and she's like, I'll come and I'll take you, And so I went to the place I bought the car, and they said, hey, you're pre-approved, you don't need a signer, which is a huge thing because growing up poor, you know, no, you don't really think you can ever go and get something. Like getting apartments is scary because you don't know if you'll pass. And just all those things. And so for them to say like, hey, you don't need a co-signer was a really big deal for me. And so I was able to go in. They had a car that I really loved with low mileage too, because I use my cars, like I drive places. I'm not saying that, you know, like God got me my car, but I think he set in place certain things in January when I got my job, and just different things me and him have walked through that led me to be in a place to get a car when my car broke down. And it was just, I had so much patience, so much peace over me the whole time. Everybody else is freaking out. Hey, do you have a ride? What are you gonna do? Your mom's not here. And I'm just like, I don't know. I will get a car and it will be okay. And I think the Lord just opened so many doors for me. And my car, where some people, they're like, oh, it's just a car, no big deal. And other people are like, dang, I wish I could do that. It's really a testimony for me, and it's really just an encouragement that like my walk with God and my walk with money have really grown in such a place that I was able to not be stuck in a situation where I didn't have a car for more than a day. And so that's why I'm so excited, and that's why I wanted to share my new car with you, because it's a big deal for me. Please subscribe because I'm going to be putting out videos every week, and leave a comment if you've ever had like a car issue, because I've had a ton of them. So leave your ridiculous, crazy car story down below in the comments, because I love reading them. And have a good week. Bye.